Hello Capricorn, welcome. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. I hope you're all well wherever you are. This is your reading for the 2nd through to the 8th of May 2022 or thereabouts. It could resonate a little bit beyond that time. Universal timing is more fluid than earth-based timing. Alright, so it is a general reading, Capricorn, so it won't resonate with everybody, but it certainly will with some. Alright, so let's get into your reading now and see what the energies have to say to you at this time, to make you aware of, or to help you to consider. So what do we have for Capricorn, please? What do we have for Capricorn? 2nd of May to the 8th of May 2022 or thereabouts. What do we have for Capricorn? Alright, so just to start your reading off, we have number 16. And this talks about distance, isolation, perspective. According to where you're standing and looking at a situation, according to what your perspective is, then you may just see a fraction, you may just see a little bit of it, you know, until you put all the pieces together. You can't, until you put all the pieces of a jigsaw down and the final pieces go in, then you can get the final picture. But it's looking at puzzle pieces individually, you're not always going to be able to know what the final picture is going to look like. So in isolation, something may appear a certain way, but it doesn't mean to say that is what it is. Also, if you're at a distance from something, it can look very different to when you're close up. All right, so I'll just put that to one side. And then we have number 31, and this talks about secrecy, confidentiality, something or things being kept under lock and key. All right, may have something to do with perspective, but something being kept confidential. Okay. Right. So let's get into your reading then, Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn, please? What's important for Capricorn to consider? What do we have for Capricorn, please? What do we have for the lovely Capricorn? Oops, that went wrong. Okay, that's better. All right, Capricorn, we have the heart of your reading, the root of the matter, past influences. Okay, what's on your mind at the moment? The future going forward. And then something else your guide would like to say, probably in the form of advice. At the bottom of the deck, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, this talks about feeling isolated, out in the cold, away from all the action, you know, everything's going on elsewhere, and you're just out feeling alone, you know. Feeling sad. Okay. Okay. I'll just put that to one side. And it sort of brings a little bit more into focus, this number 16 card, which is about isolation, distance and perspective, you know. I'll just pop that back. Okay, so we get some clarifying cards now. Okay, can we clarify all the cards on the table, please, for Capricorn? And at the bottom of the deck we have the moon energy. This is Pisces Cancer energy. The moon, this represents that which we know and that which we don't know. There's something in the shadow, something unclear at the moment. Something in the dark. There's something you don't know at the moment. Capricorn. Okay. So is that what is under lock and key at the moment? Okay. All right, Capricorn, at the heart of your reading we've got rebirth. This is the judgment energy in ordinary tarot, so it's time of rebirth. And then we've got the Eight of Swords as the clarifier. So this is a time of, standing up to be counted now, coming away from the crowd, shedding your cloak of invisibility, and the universe heralding you this time of rebirth for you, a time of transformation. What's important with the rebirth is to learn from the past, what hasn't served you well in the past, what has served you well, and just take forward with you what has served you well, what's been right for you, and leave behind anything that hasn't served you well. So a beautiful time of rebirth here, laying everything bare, just be coming forward as you are. However, the clarifier is the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is when we're feeling stuck and trapped in our mind. So there's something about this time of rebirth that is causing you some mental conflict, especially, and it's understandable that when there's been a transformation happen within us, that then going forward can feel a bit uncertain. It's difficult to be clear about the way forward, and sometimes we want to hold back. We want to hold on to what's safe, what we know, what we feel comfortable with from the past, and that can keep us trapped in our mind. Almost choosing not to see, not to take the blindfold off, choosing not to see the way forward. All right, so there's a bit of mental conflict here at this time of rebirth for you. All right. So what's at the root of this situation? Well, we have the Judgment card that's come out again. And the Judgment being the rebirth. So here it is as a clarifier now for the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups, this is celebrating. So this is at the root of this situation. There's been cause to celebrate. Perhaps celebrating with others. Success, achievement, victory perhaps. And the clarifier for that is, again, it's the Judgment. Casting off your cloak, rising up anew. It's like the phoenix rising up from the ashes energy. And this being celebrated, universal celebration here. So lots of celebration here. So that's at the root of this time of rebirth, transformation, change. So the past influences, we've got the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So the Two of Cups is a very close relationship. It could be an intimate relationship, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a very close friendship. Two people that are on the same page, think alike, twin flames energy. And the Three of Pentacles here, putting the finishing touches to something, having worked hard to create something unique and special within a relationship, just putting the finishing touches in the past. And it could be putting the finishing touches to the relationship. Or it could have been working together with somebody very close to creating something unique and special. And of course that's led on to this time of judgment call, a time of rebirth, lots to celebrate, but feeling stuck in your mind now about it, about which way to go forward. Because for some reason you're feeling isolated and left out in the cold here. Are you going forward alone perhaps? Perhaps in the past for some of you, you've been working with others to create something quite unique, and there's been lots to celebrate. But is it now that you're this time of rebirth that you need to strike out alone perhaps for some of you? But there's something you're not clear about here. Okay, what are you thinking about? Capricorn, you're thinking about the home, the family, the hearth here, the fire burning. You're thinking about happy times within the family, success and achievement within the family, within the home. And we've got the Chariot here as a clarifier, and the Chariot is a major arcana, it's a Cancer energy. This is about things taking off. So what you're thinking about is an event, that's something that's took off, that's really took off and picked up a pace, going forward, and you've been in control, I feel, with the reins, holding the reins, guiding the Chariot forward, heading towards the sun, happiness, joy. And it's to do with in the home, a situation in the home. Okay. I will bring all the cards together in a minute, but let's just see what's the situation going forward. Right, we have the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords here. So we've got Swords energy going forward, but they're two quite dark energies here, quite negative energies. Because the Seven of Swords, this is about somebody's deception, somebody taking more than what they should have. The thief in the night, but being very clever about it and strategizing, planning about how to make good use of what they have now going forward. And this is somebody that's very self-serving, Capricorn. This is somebody that likes to win at all costs. They've got a large ego. They don't mind who gets hurt as long as they have what they want. Alright, so this is somebody very unpleasant that you're dealing with going forward, and I feel this reading, it's for somebody in particular. It's not for everybody, but I feel the reading is wanting to give you a heads up here. This is what you're dealing with. This is an unpleasant character, an unpleasant situation. Somebody with a large ego, self-serving, wants everything, wants more than what they should have. And they really don't care. Okay. Alright. What do your guides want to say to you? Alright, this is what your guides want to say. We've got the Tower here, and we've got the Seven of Swords again. So, Seven of Swords here, going forward. And here it's come out again, clarifying the Tower. So, this deceptive energy, this thief in the night, taking what they shouldn't have. This is causing the Tower to come down. This is causing a revelation. And in fact, the universe, I feel, is stepping in here. And is saying, look, this tower of yours, or whatever it's to do with, has been built on faulty foundations. It's crumbling. It was crumbling anyway, Capricorn. And the universe is stepping in now, sending a bolt of lightning down to raise the tower to the ground, to bring it to an end, bring this situation to an end. Okay, but I feel it's quite a revelation. It's going to be quite shocking for whoever this is for. But it's something that needs to happen. It's something that needs to be cleared, needs to be sorted. All right, Capricorn. So right at the heart of your reading, yes, it's a time of rebirth. But this time of rebirth and transformation is causing you some mental conflict, because there has been a lot to celebrate to do with this rebirth, this time of celebration. There's been lots to celebrate. Right, okay. There's been a judgment call on. Okay. Right, there's been a judgment call on this Three of Cups energy, and I feel for somebody, or for some of you, there's been a third party situation here. Somebody's definitely been celebrating, but I don't think it's you, Capricorn. So there's a judgment call now being called on somebody connected to you. There's been a third party situation, and it's to do, yes, with this very close intimate relationship, and you've been putting the final pieces of the jigsaw together for it to make sense. Things are starting to make sense, and that's why, you know, something has been hidden from you under lock and key, or you're keeping this situation confidential at this time. But it's been difficult to piece things together, because you've been seeing bits of the puzzle in isolation. So you've been getting bits of information, but it's been difficult to piece it together. Okay. So you have been thinking about the home, but taking control and going off, taking control, or somebody's took control here, and things have been picking up a pace, and that's what you've been thinking about. But there's still a lot that has been unclear. However, going forward, I feel things are going to become more clear. You're going to get a better understanding of what you're dealing with here. Somebody's deception, somebody who wants what they want, I feel. But there's going to be the revelation. This is all going to come out into the open, I feel. Somebody's deception is going to come out into the open. It's going to be quite shocking, especially if we're talking about this person who you've been very close to, and it's felt like a twin flame energy. And that's why this is a time of rebirth for you, Capricorn. Learning what's not gone well, learning from the past, coming through anew. But it is difficult. It does create mental conflict. Okay. Could we have two final messages for Capricorn, please? Two final messages for Capricorn. Two final messages for Capricorn, please. All right, Capricorn, we have in the flow, so everything is smooth sailing. So this is how it's going to be. You're coming away from the crowd. You're going to get the bigger picture here. And you're going to get into the groove. You know, things are going to work out well for you. And you're going to come away from all the drama. All right, you're going to be able to sit back and relax and let events take their course. You're going to be in the flow. Yes, discovering truth. You're going to discover the truth, Capricorn. And you're going to stand in the light of truth, and you're going to turn away from the direction you were in with others, linked to others. You're going to turn away and you're going to go in your own direction. You're going to change direction. You're going to set off on a new journey for yourself in the light of truth. But truth sometimes isn't easy, is it? Knowing, getting a better understanding of what we're dealing with is never always pleasant or easy. So that's your reading, Capricorn. I hope it's given you a bit of clarity and understanding on your situation. But good luck going forward. And until next time, bye-bye for now.